We are 100.3 WVZM, all Memphis music, all the time. Rick Tarrant here with Kirk Whalum, and he has a brand new album out called Humanité. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
And it's a very international production. But before I play another cut from that, can I bring it home local here and talk about a friend of yours that you wrote a song with named John Kilzer?
Absolutely.
Can we talk about John for a minute?
Sure.
There's a song on your album that looks similar to the title of the song you wrote with him.
Yeah. Well, he and I wrote a song called Till We're All Free. And it says, till we're all free, ain't nobody free. And, he and I were, the Cape Crusaders, or what do you call it? we were that pair, man. We just felt like, we were just going to sit here and ride our way through every problem. And, it just hit me like a ton of bricks, man, when he passed away. But John's spirit and his, what he stood for is ever relevant in this climate that we're in as a country right now. And I wish he were still here because there's a lot more work to do. But I do believe that the seeds that he sowed are going to bear fruit in this area, in particular of reconciliation. And, in fact, one of the lyrics from our record, the dreams that you'll reap tomorrow are seeds that we must sow today. And so, it's those of us who got to break up the fallow ground of our ever polarized culture. We have to do it because it must be done for our grandkids. And that also applies to climate change. It applies to all the other things that are gonna, haunt our grandchildren and we won't be around. And, what are they going to say about us? So John and I were on that page, man. And
did y'all meet at Memphis Theological Center, or did you know him before y'all were in school?
I knew John's music before, and sort of bumped into him, but we really kind of met and hung out at Memphis Theological, and I just became such a huge fan of his. And not only that, he wouldn't have allowed me to say this, but he was my mentor, man. He was a guy who was further down the road. He was a little older than me, but he was so well read. He's somebody who inspired me, and even today I read so much more than I probably would have been had I not met him. And he read so broadly, so many different authors and generations.
We'll talk more with Kirk Whalum about his friendship with the late John Kilzer. But right now, let's hear a song from our featured album, Humanité. This is called SLJ, featuring pianist and composer Kiko Matsui at WVZM.
Hey, this is Kirk Whalum. Thank you so much for listening to my new record. Really, really glad to share it with you. It's sort of a life work. It's called Humanité. And man, I'm hoping Memphis is going to love it at 100.3 WVZM.org.
Hey, this is Rick Tarrant. Thanks for listening to this production that was created for WVZM 100.3 in Memphis, Tennessee. You can hear demos of my voiceover work and other productions at my website, ricktarrant.com. Thanks again.